All right, Shalom. First, I can start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Now, this is a video that Apostle Tar was talking about on one of his lessons. It's called "Dancing with the Dead." Venezuelans turn to desperate measures to survive, and this is what's going on in Venezuela. So I'm gonna go ahead and just jump right into it. Then bring out a couple scriptures.
If I was in a different neighborhood and the police arrived, I wouldn't go outside.
We wouldn't go out.
They could break the door in, but I still wouldn't leave the building. And if I was driving in a different neighborhood and there was a roadblock and I was alone,
You wouldn't stop.
too risky.
The police officers who watch out for the wealthy earn a miserable salary.
A lot of us live in dangerous neighborhoods where we can't say we're in the police. In 10 years, at least 5 or 6 men I graduated with have been killed. And they were all killed when they were off duty. Someone wanted to steal their gun. We should earn a lot more because our work is really dangerous.
With inflation, what can a police officer buy with his wage?
500 grams of meat and a box of eggs.
Atención, paciente Paulo, no puede pasar.
Bueno, triste, marico, ya todo el mundo está en y el chamito. Está bien, el chamito.
Es para que nosotros lo evaluemos y lo suturemos. No, él va para una referencia con traumatología. Sí, de una porque cirugía de mano, traumatología. ¿Qué?
Vale, gracias, chicos.
Cirugía de mano, trauma. Johnny.
¿A dónde?
Una vez.
Unos tiros.
He was trying to steal something, and so they shot him.
La gente.
With Venezuela's crisis intensifying, crime rates are exploding and prisons are full up. Maduro's government denies access to reporters. But the police in Chacao let us film the cells at their station. They want to show the tragic, hidden reality. Most of the prisoners have similar profiles.
Robo genérico. Robo con cuchillo. Robo grabado con calcímetro. Solicitud.
La situación del país es un poco difícil.
The situation in the country is a bit difficult. We have to help our families, but there's no work, so we have to steal in the streets to become criminals, so we can feed our families.
More than 100 prisoners are packed into just 50 meters squared. They never see daylight. After being arrested, they're supposed to spend only a few days here before being tried in court and then transferred to a state prison.
The ministry organizes the transfers. It depends on the capacity of each prison. Everywhere is full.
Todo está colapsado. Ahorita.
There are people here who have been waiting for 1 or 2 years to be transferred. There are people who have been here for 8 or 9 months. I've been here 2 years and 6 months. I don't have my ID documents, so I've still not been transferred. It's hard. It's not easy.
Estás pendiente de ello,
There are cockroaches everywhere.
There are mascots.
They get into the food. The other day, a prisoner swallowed a cockroach. You can die from that. make balls of paper and put them in their ears so the cockroaches don't get into their ears and spread infection.
We get herpes, fungal infections, lots of different diseases. It's the same for the bottles we use to urinate. We get infections from them.
No lo han sacado.
No lo han sacado ni nada, se nos desmayó hace rato, hicimos una mini bulla, pues no vino ni nada y ahí está desmayado. Está prendido. Está prendido. Hace rato se nos desmayó.
Mira, nosotros somos conscientes.
We know we've committed crimes, but we're still human, and this is not life. We're suffocating. We're starving. We're thirsty.
The police in Chacao say they don't have enough money or resources to feed the prisoners. Families and charities help them survive.
Because of the situation in the country, it's really hard for our families to bring us food. So we're dying of hunger. That's unacceptable.
One person died of hunger.
That's true. He was here.
He died of malnutrition in this cell. He was called Manuel Fernandez. He died a month ago.
Some of the members of...
Now I'm going to pause it right there. As you can see, the Lord got them going through all types of hell, man. From starving, a lot of them dying from it, catching diseases and stuff, you know. So I'm going to start with this scripture. This second Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the later time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride, right? And that's talking about Israel, man, them Venezuelans, man. They represent the 12 tribes of Israel. And they over there, you know, worshiping idols, and that's the next clip. But, you know, killing each other, you know, they don't know who they are according to the Bible, man. So, okay.
QuickBooks does it for you.
Legal's saying it only works if you're in a real...
The cult of hell.
All right, this is the next scripture. Second Ezra chapter 13, verse 39. It says, and whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasar, which is Salmanasar the fifth, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel amongst themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen, and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, which was over here in the Americas. It says that they might there keep their statues, which they never kept in their own land, and they enter into Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. So, you know, that was prophecy for them to come over here, man. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Asareth, right? So, you know, the Venezuelans came over here to the Americas. South America. you know, and you know they probably scattered all up and through, you know, Central America and, you know, and whatnot. But they represent the 12 tribes of Israel, and the Lord gave His people. See, they came over here to keep their laws and stuff, and they eventually fell away, you know. And you know that's why they're going through what they're going through, man. But the Lord gave His people commandments on on what to do, you know. But Israel didn't want to hear, and that's Asher. Yep, Asher. Venezuela represents Asher. You know, the next scripture right here. Slack. This is Hosea chapter 6, verse 1. Come and let us return unto the Lord, for He hath torn and He will heal us. He hath smitten and He will bind us up. Right? So the Lord, you know, cast us up out of our lands. That's why they got casted up out of their land and taken into captivity. And then eventually left and came over here to America. You know, but that was all due to, you know, spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, because, you know, when we were in the land of Israel, we were worshiping idols, you know, doing everything that we weren't supposed to do. So, you know, the Lord brought us over here to America, and Esau eventually took us in captivity and slavery. And then, you know, since we're living in end times, you know, this is what we have to suffer. This is what they have to suffer. And then it's going to come to America, you know. And we're going to be delivered from it. But, you know, we're supposed to return to the Lord. And they're supposed to be returning to the Lord. You know, everything that's happening to them is because they want us to worship idols and do everything contrary to the Bible. You know, and a lot of them are coming over here to America and making it over here, you know, like right now, do all this chaos and stuff that's going on. That's their chance to come to the Lord, because the prophets, in, you know, in multiple countries and, you know, cities, and this word is being pushed out, you know. So, you know, to be honest with you, they ain't gonna have no excuse soon, you know. Right now, since the doors of mercy are still open, they have a chance. But, you know, a lot of them not gonna turn back. So, but it says, Hosea 6:1, come and let us return unto the Lord, for He hath torn and He will heal us. For he hath torn and He will heal us. He hath smitten and He will bind us up. After 2 days will He revive us, and the third day He will raise us up, and we shall live in His sight. And that's what we're coming into, man. Us living in the Lord's sight, man. This is what we're going through now, you know. And being on the highways and byways is the beginning stages of it. What they're going through in Venezuela is the beginning stages of it. Now this part is, you know, basically the news article basically pointing out that they're, you know, worshiping idols and, you know, the dead and stuff like that, man. That's why they're going through what they're going through, and it's you know, it's very bad over there, and it's gonna come over here to America, and, you know, the people over here, they're already doing it, but they're gonna do it times, you know, 100 in that time, because, you know, what's going on in Venezuela is just a test for what's to happen over here in America, you know. And these people gonna actually start worshiping these gods, you know, more and more, because they're gonna want deliverance. They're not gonna want to starve. They're not gonna want to be killed and stuff, you know. So, it's like that.
Holy thugs have been to prison. They describe extreme violence inside.
If you speak badly to someone, you die. If there are any problems, you have to defend yourself with a knife. Being in prison is like playing a contact sport. You fight for everything, even sleep.
Honoring the holy thugs is a way to get back on the right path.
When the spirit comes down and enters someone, he speaks to them so they don't take the wrong path, so they don't follow his example. They tell him off. They know the risks, so they tell him to stop.
It's a big day at the cemetery. Next to Ismail's shrine, his followers are inaugurating a new one. It's dedicated to the spirit of Elizabeth the Thief.
She was Ismail's friend. He carried out his deeds with her.
They're playing drums so that spirits show themselves and enter the human body.
In Venezuela, Christian, indigenous, and African belief systems have been fusing for centuries, constantly enriching the mix of saints and spirits to worship. The Holy Thugs' faithful followers have not swapped Catholicism for spiritualism. They say the strength of God and the powers of the spirits work together to protect them. In Caracas, you need all the protection you can get. Helped by alcohol and drums, a trance takes hold, and the spirits start to talk.
The spirits want to deliver a message, and that's why he's in this state. They have not yet delivered the message, but it won't be long.
They supposed to be on YouTube watching the elders and the apostles, and the rest of the brothers break this truth down on why they're going through what they're going through, who they are according to the Bible, and how to deliver themselves. But instead, they summoning demons and whatnot, worshiping people that used to steal, that ain't stealing no more because they did, It's crazy.
Today, the spirit has come from a long way.
It's the spirit of Eric the Viking. The Vikings used to cut themselves with razor blades and broken glass.
Vengo a darle la bendición a todos los presentes. Que todo enemigo oculto, visible, invisible, que está ahora en este santo momento.
Since 2015, some 3 million Venezuelans have left the country, driven out by hunger, violence, and disease. But not everyone is able to leave. Many of those who stayed are looking up and beyond for help.
Our reporter, Caracas, Dancing with the Dead, from Romeo Langlois, Emilia Fernandez, and Claire Paquelin. See it again via our website, France 24.
All right, I'm ended off with these couple scriptures, but as you can see, man, they doing everything but coming back to Yahweh Shema Shah. And then you got the ones that left, that still have a chance, a lot of them haven't gotten killed yet, but Yahweh Shah hasn't returned. So, that's what they get. We got 2/3 in Israel as a total that's going to be put to death and whatnot. So, hey. This is Exodus chapter 20, verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Right? And as you can see, they worshiping other people and summoning demons, as their gods. They got little idols and shit. It says, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and show mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Right? So, the Lord only going to have mercy on those that's keeping his commandments, and the statutes. But those who want to do idolatry and join other forms of worship other than coming back to him and, declaring who they are and who he is and what he is coming to do, they're just going to be destroyed. Israel used to do this all the time in the ancient world. That's why the Lord always brought the nations upon us. And then we would turn back to the Lord and cry to him, and return to him, and he would deliver us. And then eventually Israel did the same BS again, man. This is Leviticus 18:21, and thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy power. I am the Lord. Thou shalt not. That's Molech. To pass through the fire. Molech. That was something that Israel used to do back in the day, where they would sacrifice their children. In the spiritual sense, it's them taking on other philosophies. That's why, and the scriptures say that's why when we went to the land of Israel, we cast them 7 nations out, because they would lead us to do these worships and whatnot, because that's what they were doing in their time. I mean, when they were in the land of Israel, that's what they were doing when they was in the land of Israel. This is the last scripture, because all of this is coming to America. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shai? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminates, homosexuals, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkard, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shai. Right, man. So a lot of people gonna have to die on this side, before they and be birthed back in the kingdom, because they got these traits. So with that being said, all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashim Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.